What happens when a world-class nutritionist uses blood panels, cellular biology, and fact-based science to create and monitor healthy eating plans with supplements for her clients? Everyone wins. Welcome to Power on Your Plate with Haylie Pomroy, an educational experience that gives you both the actionable and practical tools you can use every day to get your health, weight, and life back on track.
Thanks for having me on. We always enjoy each other's time.
Well, I appreciate it. No,
it's
great.
About a lot of good things.
It's great. Again, you are a nutritionist, a celebrity nutritionist, by the way. You've had many successes. One of them is your best-selling author of the Fast Metabolism Diet, which, again, we talked about last month. We're going to start doing this on a monthly basis with you, which I appreciate. I guess for those that may have not heard you the last time you're on, let's start there. What is the Fast Metabolism Diet?
So the Fast Metabolism Diet is a very strategic way to fall in love with food and heal your metabolism at the same time. So I'm the Assistant Director of Integrative Medicine. And in Integrative Medicine, we want to pull all systems together to get them working optimally. And when you're talking about your metabolism and your rate of burn, you've got to turn towards food.
Not away from food.
Not away from food. No, not at all.
We all think opposite of that. We're like, okay, wait a minute, time out. If I want to lose weight, then I got to quit eating. I just do away with food, don't eat. And, because I'm taking in less calories, I'll lose weight. Now, over time, of course, we've all seen those particular survival shows and so on where they're not eating anything. And yes, of course, over time, your body's going to use whatever it has to absorb that and keep you alive. But that's not the healthy way to do it, is it?
It isn't. And when you're in university or in research, I was just in this amazing medical microbiology class, biochemistry class, that we were working on how terrible it's been, this whole fasting and keto movement, how it's slowing the rate of burn for the future. So a lot of people will lose weight up front, but as soon as they start eating again, which we need to eat, we're designed to eat, It actually slows your resting metabolic rate, and it can really wreak havoc. So in all the research, and it's crazy because you can get research to say anything, right? But in sports nutrition.
Right, true.
In human nutrition, food is where it's at. So in my programs, I use food very strategically to heal the mechanisms associated with burning food for fuel, but also burning historical fat for fuel. So we talk a lot about hormones, a lot about inflammation is so important.
Yes.
We talk about gut. We talk about ghrelin and leptin, the hormones that regulate hunger and the hormones that regulate feeling full and satiated, because it's so important. When we have gained weight, there's a hormone cascade that happens. We're pro-inflammatory. Our ghrelins off, our leptin's off, and our body is actually primed for weight gain. So you've got to do something to flip that switch. And so all of my approaches are very prescriptive. They're very therapeutic. Most importantly, they're very healthy, and they're also sustainable. When you do something that is some crazy fad yo-yo diet, it's hard to sustain. And it's also built on abstaining, right? So people can't go out to eat when they're on normal, these
Good
crazy
point.
diets.
Great point. I mean, if you do, you're just ordering water and something that's hardly even cooked and no dressing and all these different factors that come into play. And again, you can tell from listening to me, I've been down that path more than once. And so I know what you mean. It's very, very hard to go out and eat when you're dieting.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I've had a margarita fall in my mouth before.
There you go.
And when that's happened, I look at it like an athletic event, right? I go, okay, how can I prime my body to burn through that?
Oh.
How can I prime my body to not store it? And so, like you mentioned, my celebrity clients or my professional athlete clients or my clients that are not well and we're traveling across the United States to find prescriptive therapies that can get them well, right? We feed everybody like an athlete, and especially the person that has gained weight. We've got to treat their body very, very strategically. And so in our community, we run monthly challenges. We run actually twice a month challenges because I take people through the process of cleansing and detoxing. It doesn't just mean your body. It also means maybe your pantry, maybe underneath your kitchen sink, maybe your cosmetics, right? These are all obesogens. We worry about...
Whoa, back up. You said a word I don't know that I've heard before, obesogen. What is that?
So they're chemicals that are known to proliferate adipocytes or fat cells, right? So they're fat-soluble toxins that cascade or create a cascade of hormones that have the body store or increase the growth of fat cells. So oftentimes we worry about what's in our fridge or what's on the plate when we go out to dinner, but we totally forget that 20 to 25% of weight loss is not about what you put in your mouth at all. It's about what you put on your body, what you breathe, what you're sleeping on. We know that in the professional athlete world. I mean, when we're working with an NBA or an NFL star, we're looking at their toothpaste, their mouthwash, their bedding, all of these things, because we know that 25% of our environmental influences affect our metabolic rate, the ability to build muscle, to get cut, to get ripped. It's the same concept when a person is metabolically out of balance and they have a propensity towards weight gain. Look, it should not be easier to gain weight than it is to lose weight.
Why is it though? But it is.
It is because we're not working. Not in my community, we fix the why, right?
Okay.
You've got to fix the why, because if you're just dieting, so we are the only species that use the word diet in a content that does not mean to perform, right?
True.
When you create a diet for your dog, it's so that the dog's coat's better, the skin's better, they don't have tartar on their teeth.
Good point.
When we create a diet for exotics, I worked with the Denver Zoo, the zoo in Nebraska, the Division of Wildlife, and we're creating a diet, right? It's to enhance the longevity, the flexibility, the mobility, the skin, the coat, all of those things. When we talk about diet in humans, we talk about refraining. So I try to really drive home diet means, did I eat today? D-I-E-T. Did I eat today to achieve whatever it is? You might be eating in a style in a way that promotes weight gain. There could be that. Like if I'm doing 2 or 3 pints of Ben & Jerry ice cream, that might be.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Yes,
Right.
I love them.
Right.
But that might be conducive to putting on a couple pounds, right? But I should be able to cut it back from 3 pints to 1 pint and drop a little bit of weight. If that's not happening, we've got to fix the why. So look, if it's easy for you to lose weight, you just maybe take the stairs instead of the elevator. Those silly little tricks, right? When you're not in metabolic dysfunction, you know you're okay. Maybe have 1 drink, not 2 at night, and you're going to drop weight. If that's not the case for you, we've got to take time and look at your metabolism. And we have to feed you to correct your metabolic rate, especially those people that gained weight in 2 times of their lives, either in adolescence, we have weight gain during adolescence, or we have weight gain during menopause or menopause. Those are our 2 major hormone events, shifting events in our lives. The third would be during pregnancy.
Okay.
When people have a hard time. Yeah, I have a client, she's so cute. She came to see me at 56, and her intake form was she's ready to lose the baby weight. She had her kids at like 28. You know, I just thought that was the cutest. I know, it was adorable. But basically what she's telling me is like, look, somewhere my rate of burn got hijacked.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, we were able to get it back.
I want to take a really quick break to get you guys some information that I think you're going to need.
Hey guys, it's Haylie here. Having a hardcover copy of the Fast Metabolism Diet book can be critical to your success. It is a workbook that's going to help you get healthier today. If you don't have a book or you want to give one to a friend or one of your doctors, just go to HayliePomroy.com/free book and I'll give you a book. This is what you're going to need to get to the next level.
And I'm kind of that same individual. As I told you, I lost over 100 pounds back in 2010. Really did a really good job of keeping everything off all the way through about even beginning of COVID. I did pretty well. And it just seems like as I got to that kind of that 56, 57 mark of age, it's like it doesn't matter what I do, getting those, I need to get about 30 pounds or so off. And the reality is taking them off is like literally have to starve yourself to do it. So I understand what people are out there thinking, and I don't want to do that.
Okay, I'm going to throw something that's totally crazy out there. In my world, the more you need to lose, the more you need to eat.
Yeah, I know. And some of that I remember from when I lost all the weight back in 2010. I was not hungry ever because I was eating enough to keep my metabolism going. That was the whole idea. So I understand fully what you're talking about. I also know, though, what you're talking about in regards to those life changes that come along where you do need, and this is where folks like you come into play. You need some professional help to help you get through those life changes.
Have you done our 7-day jumpstart?
I have not.
Have you looked at that at all? Or?
I have not. Okay. No, in fact, I think I'm on. I ordered it, and I think I'm in line to get. And I understand things right now. Let's just say that I'm patient because I understand everything that happens in the world along those lines. So it's not a big deal.
Well, let's do it. I'll do it with you. Like we have a 7-day jumpstart. There's a 10-day cleanse. And the thing is it's all about creating these grocery lists, creating foods. We do use, you don't have to, but you can. I do use therapeutically infused shakes for some parts of some of the programs. Again, you don't have to at all. But I have an autoimmune disorder, right? I have a rare blood disease.
Okay.
I always say I should have been returned on the lemon law.
There you go. Unfortunately for me, I'm kind of the opposite. I have really no issues other than taking weight off.
Yeah.
I mean, health-wise, I don't have any other issues. I don't have high blood pressure, don't have diabetes, don't have high cholesterol. I mean, I'm good across the board. I just can't get the stinking 30 pounds off.
So we look at it like this. Okay, there's the endocrine system, right, which regulates all of the hormones, the sex hormones, the feel-good, bright-eyed, bushy hormones, the spot hormones, right? And then we have the structure. And the structure, a lot of times when we talk about structure, we just think of muscle, right, on like bone and teeth and hair.
Right.
But our structure is also our muscle-to-fat ratio.
Okay.
And there is a dance that happens in the body. When someone tells me, like, look, I have really good metabolic health. I'm not having a lot of pain, a lot of inflammation. You're an individual that uses your structure as a path to create stability during imbalance. And so it can be difficult for weight loss. So what we want to do is we want to go in and we want to feed the muscle, right? And we want to tease out the fat. So we do that not by starvation, right? With fat loss in a desperate state means rapid weight gain. Fat loss in a fed state, what we call a fed state,
Understand.
means sustained weight loss.
Makes sense. No, because I also understand the reality, because it's a fact that if you do the wrong things, your body thinks it needs to hang on to every single thing it has, and that's why you don't lose weight.
Right. And that's that stress, right?
Yep.
Stress. And I do think, like you said, there are metabolic changes. Like we'd want to look at the testosterone level, especially getting into our 50s. We'd want to look at definitely blood sugar. Even if you say like, hey, my hemoglobin A1C is awesome, my 14-day fasting's average. But still, if you're using glycogen, which is the sugar that we store in our muscle for fuel, which means if you're storing fat and it's hard to, it means you're really efficient at having a bicep sandwich, right? You break your muscle before you break down your belly.
Okay.
We don't want that. We do some really fun testing during our challenges. We do like digestive reserve, lemon challenge tests. We do pH testing. But the other thing is we do post-meal blood sugar testing, right?
Okay.
Super easy, super fun to do. But what it tells me is what sources of energy are you going after first?
Oh, okay.
And I want you to be going after fat, not just because of weight. It has nothing to do with weight. It has to do with the fact that when you burn fat, it gives you 3 times more energy than if you burn carbs.
Makes sense.
If you burn muscle.
Makes sense.
And definitely if you burn bone.
Okay.
So let's do the 10
we'll do it. No, and again, we're going to have you on every month so we can continue this journey and talk about it. And that's why you're, and everybody listening, please, if you're somebody that wants to be involved in all of this, take part of the challenges and the things that are going on. And no, this isn't a commercial. I just want people to live healthier lives. So in a way, I guess it is a commercial. But Dr. Haylie, it's not doctor. I always make that mistake. It's HayliePomroy.com. And it's HAYLIE Pomroy.com. I mean, really, everything she's talking about is, in my opinion, more doctor-like. So that's probably why I say that Haylie, I apologize.
And that's the doctor.
But the reality is you've got to figure it out, which we appreciate very much.
And hey, look, all of our challenges are free. We even have a free 15-day membership where you can come in and ask all kinds of questions. I'm there. Our team is there. If you want to do product with any of the challenges, we always have as a bonus a discount for those products.
Okay.
But really, look, we also have a donor, talk about free. One of our medical supports at one of the hospitals just purchased a whole bunch of books, hardcover books. We've sold millions of copies. It's translated into over 40 languages. If you go onto the website right now, I don't know how long this is going to, but I think it's just shipping. And it's even, the shipping's $9.
Okay.
And shipping for a book is really $14.
Okay.
So they did this great fund. So people, if you want to check it out, get the book for free.
Awesome.
This isn't a commercial. Go grab the book for free. Join our thing for free. I want to change the language around fasting and keto. Look, we have to be proud of what we're putting on our plate. We have to put power on our plate.
Agree.
And with everything that's going on, we have got to nourish ourselves, period.
Spot on.
We've been talking a lot about feeding your body and fueling your body and detoxing obesogens, things that can actually cause the body to gain weight. I'd like to invite you to try our 10-day fast metabolism cleanse. And for these listeners, we have a special discount. It is 20% off. The discount is RUSH, RUSH 20. All you have to do is go to HayliePomroy.com/rush. You can go there, you can learn more about the cleanse, and grab yours and get started with us today.
No, this is great. I appreciate it. So we're going to have you on a monthly basis. By the way, we've got Haylie. We've got her, again, Fast Metabolism Diet. We have her booked all the way through the end of the year, folks. So this will be a continual journey. If you want to join in, feel free to do so. Haylie, thank you very much. I really, really appreciate it.
I love it. And next time we're going to be talking about our detox process.
Let's do it.
Together.
Let's do it. Sounds great to me. Thanks, Haylie. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you for listening to another inspiring episode of Power on Your Plate with Haylie Pomroy. Please remember to share the amazing science and tools with someone you love. The more we know, the more we all lift our global health together. Visit www.hayliepomroy.com to get notes from today's show and to take your education and health to a new level of success and happiness.
Information on this podcast is provided for informational purposes only and is not intended as a substitute for the advice provided by your physician or other healthcare professional, or any information contained on or in any product label or packaging. You should not use the information on this podcast for diagnosing or treating a health problem or disease, or prescribing any medication or other treatment. You should always speak with your physician or other healthcare professional before taking any medication or nutritional, herbal, or homeopathic supplement, or adopting any treatment for a health problem. If you have or suspect that you have a medical problem, promptly contact your healthcare provider. Never disregard professional medical advice or delay in seeking professional advice because of something you've heard on this podcast. Information provided on this podcast and the use of any products or services purchased as a result of this podcast does not create any type of professional relationship between you and any of the associates affiliated with this podcast. Information and statement regarding dietary supplements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration and are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.